Welcome back to Chicago Independent Television. The Fukushima Dai-ichi disaster that began on March 11th, 2011, is still spewing radioactive fallout throughout the world. Activists with several organizations, including Rainforest Action Network and NEIS, rallied and marched on April 6th to call for an end to the nuclear age.
Beside our military traffic trudge the survivors of vanished Hiroshima, the first city in history to be atom-bombed into oblivion.
We're here today for three reasons. The first and most prominent, unfortunately, is once again the fact that we have nuked Japan, this time with nuclear power at the Fukushima Dai-ichi accident. The tragedy there is tremendous, and it has impacts here in Illinois because those are the same type of reactors that we use here in Illinois. They're General Electric reactors. The other connection for us is that Chicago is the birthplace of the nuclear age. And we want to send a message to the World Nuclear Fuel Cycle Conference, which is meeting here in Chicago, that it's time to end the nuclear age and replace it with renewable energy and energy efficiency. So these are the messages we're here to convey today. We just don't know how the wind is going to blow and what the weather is going to be like when these accidents occur, when these incidents occur. So we have to be prepared to plan for it. It's picking up, isn't it?
We can harvest this wind.
Right.
Do you think that it's possible for plutonium isotopes to travel in the wind to the United States?
It's a hard one for me to answer. I really need to go back and see what the current release data is. We do know that the one reactor did have plutonium in it in amounts that are atypical. So these could be distributed. We just don't know how much.
But on a different basis, when I look at groups in Japan right now that now are still insisting on the need for nuclear power, some of them are groups that are very determined to have Japan arm, rearm, and be armed with nuclear weapons to be prepared for China and North Korea.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm wondering, this is just speculation on my part, whether such groups feel that to give an inch on nuclear power is to also be showing weakness about nuclear armament.
It sounds like the issue of nuclear energy and the environmental aspects completely connects with the issue of peace and disarmament.
I think so. And then I think we have to pursue that and to try to show those links clearly.
They say that when you turn on your lights in Chicago, you're helping to prepare the fuel for the next nuclear weapon cycle. Point of fact, every one of the 1,000 megawatt reactors produces about 100 kilograms of plutonium a year. Well, it isn't just plutonium, it's nickel and strontium and kryptonite. One gas that's released all the time by all of these fission reactors that is not inert. It's krypton-89. It decays to strontium-90. Wow. And all those poor children who've died from osteosarcomas from strontium-90 have the so-called nuclear power industry's lies about their safe gases that they emit to thank for their tumors and the tragedies that have struck their families.
They are saying now with the Fukushima radioactive water releases that there's going to be somewhere between 400 and 600,000 cases of cancer in Japan. We are done with that. That is not a viable energy source. That is a deadly, deadly, planet-destroying, human life form destroying energy. We cannot tolerate it anymore. So please, join us. Join us. Write the governor, call the governor, write Obama. No more subsidies, no more loan guarantees to the nuclear power. Have the governor continue the moratorium on nuclear power and phase out the reactors that are they're coming up to being recommissioned. So we want them to be him to deny them the recommissioning, and we're going to phase this out.
Well, we know it's not going to happen overnight, but it has to begin with energy efficiency. We waste more energy, electricity that is, than all of the nuclear plants put together produce. So right off the bat, we know we have lots of room to save power. Beyond that, we also know we have the technology in place today, which is already generating electricity from solar, wind, geothermal. It's just a matter of getting these things built and used, and that's what we're here about.
Remember, the power is with the people. So stick together, keep working, tell people, don't give up, we have power.
Chicago Independent Television is not brought to you by Walmart. There's a reason we're the world's most profitable corporation. We pay our employees peanuts. Learn more at walmartwatch.com. Walmart. Always low wages, always.
On the one-year anniversary of the landmark Immigrant Rights March in Chicago, thousands of people packed Chicago's Federal Plaza to mark the occasion and continue the struggle for immigrant rights.